Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joshua Cheshire, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Equal Opportunity Podcast. Here I have with me our morning star, Jimmy Daro, and Marcus Vendetta. And this first episode is going to be a bit of a special one because we are going to be talking about the fall of Owen Clark. I believe this has been something that has been on all of our minds since a couple of months back, and I think it's finally time that we just lay it to rest and make sure everything's out there on the table so we can finally move on with our lives. Um, any remarks before I go ahead and start?
No, not for me.
Do I make my Enzo Amore joke again, or
Yes.
yeah, the joke about the Simon Gotch Barry's Enzo? I hope it gets in as many recommendations as that fucking video. It's the same premise, really.
And I hope this bullshit ends.
For the love of God, please.
For the love of
Please.
God, please.
The fact that it's still happening is
It's remarkable.
bonkers. It really shows how stubborn certain people can be.
Yeah, definitely.
Or plain out stupid. I'll just say, hey, plain out freaking stupid.
All right, so let's get this started. The first time that I ever met Owen Clark was in the FAM servers once they said that they were coming back. Obviously, I feel a whole lot of people were excited for that, and not a whole lot of people got in, myself and Owen especially, and that's really what started what I would consider I wouldn't say a friendship, more like an acquaintanceship, if that's a word. He would always come up to me talking about how he could fix his character, things that he would want me to do that honestly I would never do. And then we heard about JAM. At first, I feel like a lot of people believed that it would be a bit of a joke, that we had no idea that it would get as big as where it is right now. And me and Clark went ahead and put in applications, just for the fun of it, just to see what would happen down the line. Eventually, we both got in, him before me, which was kind of considering where we are right now. And he even made it to the JAM Lionheart tournament, which I felt was a huge accomplishment for him. I felt that he was really going, make it in this quote-unquote community that we have. And that's when the chips started falling. And Owen Clark had his first interaction with Jimmy Daro. Daro, if you want to take it over from here.
What can I say here? There's so much shit I could say. So my first interaction was right after. Well, we had a few interactions prior, but it was mostly just, everybody in the chat pretty much making fun of him because his call was the drizzling shits. Still is, not gonna lie. It just looks like if someone threw the worst parts of Desmond Cruz into a blender. That's Owen's call. So
Jesus.
yeah, right. The Lionheart tournament got announced. We got paired up in a match. I'm sure everyone knows how that ended up.
Yeah.
Because I still replay that at least 3 times a day just to boost my mood. So, I was already working on a few promos for the tournament anyway because I wanted to create a story, a sort of a build-up of what I've been putting on Twitter as the #redemption arc, because Daro has been through a lot of BS. I wanted to build a story of me trying to atone for the terrible shit I've done in the past. Owen, seen my promos prior, knows how I act, how I like to pretty much tear people a new asshole. He wanted that very, very bad. And that even is an understatement. So every day I would come on a Discord to 15 different pings from Owen and say, hey, when are you going to do my promo? Hey, are you going to do a promo? Hey, when's the promo? Even in the chat I don't like to open, the stupid character promos chat, I would still see him talking. It got to a point where it was tweets, it was going into other servers and saying, hey, are you ever going to do a promo on me? Hey, you should do a promo on me. Daro, where's the fucking promo? And it's just, it got to a point where I just got so pissed off, and he kept getting more and more personal with it, to where he was bringing my IRL looks into in-character shit like it's something that mattered. It was constant, like, trying to cut a promo in OOC chats. It was just trying to get under my skin as much as possible so I would cut a promo on him, but all it really did was make me angry to the point where I would literally go off about how much of an idiot he was numerous times in numerous chats, and it got to probably its worst in, I believe it was the chat we don't like to talk about anymore because, you know, future episode, and knowing the bigger picture and all. We
Oh yeah, of course.
yeah, it got to the point where I, for about 10 straight minutes, tore him a new ass because I literally just told him, I do not want to hear you speak. I do not want to hear you say, Daro, give me a promo. You are he literally harassed me for months about getting a promo and started literally taking real life shots at me to get it. It got to a point I did not want to open Discord. I did not want to go into any of the chats I knew he was in, because I knew if I did, I would hear him every 5 minutes. I want to open my Twitter because I knew I'd probably get a fucking tweet from Owen Clark every 5 minutes. He made me... I got to a point where I was so pissed off, I was ready to leave this damn community because of how much he was up my ass. I mean, I joked a lot about it because it got to the point where I could, because I wanted to, you know, charge him royalties every time he said my name. I'd probably be rich. But it got to, like, such a hardcore point where, like, I'm one of those guys that thinks you shouldn't really be getting too heated about a video game. But this man got me so heated about a video game that I was ready to just give it up. It was so infuriating to, like... I've been trying to do this shit for years. I've been trying to find a way in to do call since, like, Faniversary 3, Faniversary 4-ish, in between that time frame. So, like, the fact that I'd spent all that time trying to find a way in, I finally do, and within, like, months of doing it, I'm ready to give it up because this dude is harassing me at that point. It had gotten ridiculous. And, like, when I talk about the bigger picture place stuff, there was so many people in that chat, mainly the people we all interact with, that got so pissed off. There was also people that were backing him, which was utterly insane, to the point where I would go on Twitter and I would bitch about Owen, and then they start replying to me trying to back him up, saying, I don't know the full story. I don't know what's going on. But then you could literally go into 3-4 different chats and see him acting like a goddamn idiot. And my biggest thing with him is I saw a lot of potential in him. We all saw a lot of potential in him. He could have been really fucking big. All he had to do was keep his mouth shut. All he had to do was not act like an utter fucking bellend and continue, you know, try to evolve his cause as much as possible. But he just acted stupid at every available chance. And even, like, especially in those days with the company we all left, I wasn't the only one who would get that mad at him. And that's where Morningstar comes into the situation, where he was getting DMs from Owen. So if you want to bring that up, my God.
Yeah, I actually have it pulled up right here.
He's got the king of
Already-
receipts over here.
Already, yeah. As like I had it pulled up since Joshua started talking.
Oh wow.
And the only reason why, and the only reason why I haven't pulled up is because I wanted to really show, I really wanted to showcase, just how much of a hand I was extending to Owen. On May 25th this year, um, something happened in the general chat of the Broken Fun server. Owen was notorious already at that time. We already had an idea of how he was. He would kind of blow up. There was something about criticism that he just couldn't take. Um, we at the Broken Fun server, if something you have needs work, we're going to tell you. There's been a good amount of people who just can't handle that criticism because we're brutally honest. We're not going to you know, give you like some half-assed answer. We're not gonna lie to you in any shape or form or anything like that. You know, if it's shit, it's shit. And what you do with that criticism that was given to you at that point in time is what you do with it. Nobody's gonna haunt you for it. Nobody's gonna hunt you down. Nobody's gonna chase after your ass or anything like that. Hey, did you improve it? Hey, did you listen to me? We don't care enough to do that, but we care enough to let you know what needs improvement. Um, with that aside, something happened that day in the general chat. Owen kind of blew up again. But it was something outside of call, and it was something about you know things that was going on with him at home, personally, or whatever. Uh, so I DM'd him, and this is at the time where I started seeing that I started realizing that not too many people were taking that kind of initiative to really like go the extra mile to really just reach out to other people and to kind of help them and stuff like that, get closer to others. So I'm not gonna go into incredible detail or anything like that. But I DM'd him May 25th this year, and I basically just told him like, hey man, I just read what you wrote, and I'm sorry that you're going through that. I'm sorry that you're feeling this kind of way. But if you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here. He said thanks after that, and I said no problem. And I once again reassured him, I was like, if you ever want to talk to anyone, my DMs are always open. 3 days later, I DM'd him. Um, and I was like, "Hey man, how are you?" And he responded a little bit later. Fun fact, for the stable that I am in with Daro, Joshua, and Ortiz and D'Angelo and stuff like that, for the Equalists. Fun fact, Owen Clark was considered. Owen Clark was part of the Equalists. And when he joined, he left as soon as he joined. But I remember that day vividly. Uh, me and Joshua were talking. We were talking about people that we would like to have in the stable, whatever. Uh, we were, we were we had an idea. Joshua really had the idea of who he wanted and what he wanted the stable to be, and we thought Owen fit that mold. So I remember going to him and I was like, "Hey, I know you're in that other uh, federation that we're in, and this is the idea that Joshua is having, and we considered you to be in it. How do you feel?" And he was like, "Hell yeah, I'm all for it." I said, "Nice," and then uh, he joined. As soon as he joined, he left. All right, that's whatever. Um, and then in between that, there was just a lot of lashing out on his part, lashing out at people who try to help him, lashing out, from things outside of call, and he would just bring it to the chat. There would be moments in time where like nobody is saying anything for like a good minute in the chat, and he would just feel inclined, just spark a conversation, and that's fine. You want to talk. That's what the chat is for, is to talk. But he would talk, but not really like just have a conversation. It was more like someone who just got into an argument with someone outside a call and then just hopped on their computer and just started to like lash out. And it was very random, and nobody is going to be really prepared for that because nobody knows that's coming. So you're giving people not too much of a time to really just like kind of adjust to the situation that you're creating in that moment. Um, and he would just lash out. Like he would just like lash out at everyone and stuff like that. And he was just very angry, and that's fine. You feel how you feel. The way you feel is justified for whatever it is that you're going through. We're all human. I know. I know. I don't think I have explained to you guys. I know. I definitely, have my temper. It is what it is. But I know to make sure not to take it out on people that haven't given it to me. Um, so he would just in this other promotion. We had a pay-per-view, the first pay-per-view, and it was to crown the world champion and stuff like that. Um, and to crown, the mid card champion, tag team champion, all that. all that good stuff. And I remember he won, and the first thing he did, he left that chat. By the way, he left that show. They were still using. So I'm assuming the people in charge had no idea that he left, which is why he was still on the pay per view. He was in the main event.
Any normal Fed would have kicked him out for that bullshit.
Yeah, that's true. But that once again, as Daro mentioned earlier, that's for another episode. He left the chat, and I remember we all felt some kind of way about it because that was like unprofessional. That you're in the main event, you're going to, well, he won the world title, and the only way that he came back was because for whatever reason he got word that he won the world title, and then he came back to the chat, and that was the only time he was able to come back. Was if he got something from it. Remember we all felt some kind of way about it, but we didn't call him out on it. We were just like, yo, he wasn't even in the chat. Like that doesn't make any sense. He left the show. Got the show. You guys didn't realize it, and he won, and now he's back, and whatever. But the way that moment went, it was like, all right, but it's all water under the bridge because he's here now. All right, whatever. If you want to take back Mike Awesome after he left ECW to go to WCW, that's fine. Whatever. You want to leave that moment, you're gonna have it be water under the bridge. Cool. Doesn't really affect us. We just thought that wasn't cool, but it is what it is. And his ego was just running rampant. He took the screenshot of him winning that title, and he put it in the Broken Fun server. It's like, wow, well,
I saw that damn screenshot 30 times a day.
Oh,
yeah, and I was
fuck.
like, that's cringy, but whatever. He's happy, and I know he hasn't been in caught much longer than me or you, Daro, or Joshua has. I know the person who has the longest tenure here is Tiger.
What?
So
Longest in call?
yeah, out of all
nope,
this.
nope. I'm probably the shortest, dude. I joined in like May.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Wow.
joined
Okay.
May 2020.
I mean, if we're
Oh,
talking
jeez.
about like longevity, I technically
I mean-
started like 6 months before Daro was on fucking.
I was
just
gonna
never
say,
got
if we're really
anywhere.
gonna talk about like
Yeah.
how long it's been around, like
Wait, so Joshua, how long have you been here then?
4 years.
Oh, you were old.
Old
You're an
here's the
old
thing.
timer.
man.
Okay.
Here's
Oh,
what I did.
boomer.
Old head.
Yeah,
Old head in
definitely
the
a
chat.
definitely a boomer. Okay. So,
I I was in
and
for like,
mhm.
then I left, then came.
Hmm.
Man, I said, fuck this call shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
like I
there's other
didn't get any
things
traction,
outside of it.
so
Oh, hell yeah.
here I am.
Yeah, but you pulled a Chris Jericho. You reinvented yourself, and look where you're at now. So, more power
Yeah.
to you.
He needs a light up jacket now. I will
God,
not
God.
rest until Cheshire has a fucking light up jacket.
Oh
He
my
needs.
God. I can
But
see that happening.
so Owen, he posted that picture in the Broken Film server, and it's fine. I can't imagine he was being called for that long. I don't think he's been called for that long. And that's okay. It's whatever. He's happy. Cool. The thing with Owen is the moment he gets something, anything good, anything of a benefit to his call, he's happy. Fine. But it's like everyone has to know about it. He plasters it everywhere, and his ego is just at an all-time high. And it's like, simmer down. Congrats on your milestone for the career of your character. Awesome. But it does kind of get annoying, and he would just like double down on it, and then once again be prone to that one emotion that he's prone to, and it's just lashing out. He would just lash out, and it was just once again just very unprofessional and just very random and over the simplest things. Nobody would talk about his family. Nobody would talk about, oh, we hate you as a person or anything like that. But he was so tethered to this community. He was so tethered to his character that you might as well said "fuck you" to the guy. Like he took it that serious. It was that personal to him. He's that one dude in the crowd that has the sign. It's still real to me, damn it. Like that's him. That's him. It was still real to him. He would just he couldn't separate outside a call to inside a call.
I think that's definitely his hugest problem. He was one of those people that thought if he could legitimately piss someone off in any way possible that was getting heel heat. Like,
yeah, and
like-
to an extent, that was also my fault too. Because I remember one of the last times he blew up, he once again, because he did this quite frequently. From the last time I DM'd him till this time, I'm gonna mention to the time I DM'd him, he would do this quite frequently, where nobody would seek him out, nobody would talk shit about him. If anything, we actually all tried to avoid him because we didn't want to deal with his ego or his attitude or anything like that. Because you never know what Owen you got. Um, it really varied day by day. You never know what Owen you got. You know if you got the Owen that lashed out. You know if you got the Owen that was egotistical. You didn't know if you got the Owen that lashed out because of his ego. You didn't know if you got the Owen who was mellow and chill, and actually listened to you. You didn't know who the fuck you were talking to that day. It was still under the banner of Owen, but he had multiple personalities. And it would get to the point where there's multiple times throughout late May, going into June, where going into June, uh, he would come in the Broken Fun server and ask for advice, ask for constructive criticism, and he would be given such. Um, Especially when you have people who have been in this community for as long as they have, for the people who have been around, other big names in this community who have either defected or left and saw JAM was popping and decided to go and try something out, try something new for their character, something, whatever the case is. But he would ask and he would receive it, and once again, just lash out and just not take it well.
my call is shit. Well, then fix your call. How dare you? My call
How
is perfect.
exactly. Very just very flip floppy, very just like nobody came to you, you came to us. And it just got to the point, it's like, what do you want? What are you looking for? What do you want? Like, what will make you happy? So after that, I remember June 2nd, I DM'd him. I said, hey man, listen, nobody's shitting on you as a person. You can post what you want to post and it's fine, but they have a right to say what they want to say. I don't post anything because I know not everyone's going to like it, and maybe I don't like the reaction to it, but it's all helpful criticism. They say they aren't here to bring you down. I can't speak on that, and I won't speak for them. I personally am not here to bring you down in any way. Just relax, man. Criticism is a good thing to have. Trust me, they may be harsh, but they do it because they care. Once again, I'm not going to blow up your stuff in the general chat. I talk to you one-on-one like a man. Just relax and keep doing you. That was June 2nd. He did not reply to me. Not only that day, he didn't reply to me for damn near a month. So I don't want it to come across as maybe I didn't try hard enough, that the hand I was extending, maybe like I was doing it like halfway or whatever, like extending my shit fully. Um, and it just kept happening. He just kept blowing up after asking for criticism, seeking it out. He came to people. This is very important. I want everyone to know this, whoever's listening to this, whoever will listen to this, that he would go and seek people out and ask people for constructive criticism. And when he got it, he lashed out. He threw a whole temper tantrum. That's what I can equate it to, a whole fucking temper tantrum. June 25th, 2020. I said, hey man, I know you probably want a long time right now, but just know if you want to talk, I'm here to listen. This is the day he once again asked for criticism on his call, and his gimmick was the natural born killer. I say was because for as many times as he blinks, he changes his fucking gimmick.
He had as many moods as he had gimmicks. I swear to God.
Yeah, exactly. This is the day where like things really went to shit. In regards to Owen, and that I know for everything that has been said so far, that doesn't really sound like much, but it is. He asked about his gimmick this time, not even his look, but his gimmick. I remember Andy, ACR, there's Andre Delano, told him, well, what is it, about you that makes you the natural born killer? Well, why do you have that title? Like, how did you get that nickname? And he and Andy were just having a spat, going back and forth with one another, and then a lot of people got involved or whatever. I remember Daro getting involved. It's like, yo, just shut the fuck up and just listen to Andy, whatever, because he's not wrong. And you can see it like in that conversation, he would like flip moods. Like it's like he's mad at Andy, so like he's like talking, giving Andy an attitude, but because Daro's there, whatever, he kind of like lightens up a little bit, but he's still abrasive in his approach. It was just once again just very, very weird, just very combustible he was as a person. And it got to the point where if anyone knows Ortiz, knows that he likes to help people in regards to making their call, doing face textures, coming up with logos, just the whole 9 yards. And at that point, it was very well known that Ortiz isn't the type of person to blow up in a chat. He'll say what he has to say, but that's as far as it'll go. And it got to the point where Ortiz at this time did not only finish, but was still helping Owen with his character. And it got to the point where Ortiz himself blew up and was like, "Yo, seriously, shut the fuck up." And it took everyone aback. He was like, "Yo, if Ortiz has to come in and tell you shut the fuck up, I really think you should like back out and just like reflect on what the fuck you've been doing and just take a break from call for a little bit." After this, I said, "You good?" He sent me some weird GIF. It was uh, like 3 heads on a hook spinning. I don't know what the fuck that was
What
supposed to
the
symbolize.
fuck?
What the actual? What in the?
I
What in
have
the
no
pumped up kicks is this shit?
like I literally asked him. I said, "Hey man, I know you probably want some alone time right now, but just no. If you want to talk, I'm here to listen." And he sent me some in the background. It's the Monday Night Raw set from '99, and it's some woman that has 3 heads. She's like making this weird face, and it's on a hook and it's spinning. And I'm just like, what the fuck did I get into? Why am I in call? This is what's going through my head. I was like, I need to leave. This is who I'm gonna deal with? No way.
You know what? Maybe the notoriety ain't worth it.
I was like, this just doesn't make any sense. So I was like, you good, man? And he was like trying to figure some stuff out, not talking in chat, don't want to be put in the same league as Heel, Jaden, and the others. I remember this. Someone made a comment. I think it was Malik.
That was me.
Oh, it was you. Okay,
It was me.
So
I was like, dude, I'm not trying to say you are, but you acting like someone right now, and you need to shut it.
right,
He got
and
heated.
he got so mad, and I think he still took it out of context that that you were saying that he is that way. I think what you meant was that he's doubling down on his bullshit. He's doubling down
Exactly.
on his ignorance.
You, you guys hate me, so obviously I'm being a good, but it's an OC chat.
Right. That's what it was. And so it was just like, what the fuck, like, what did you get from what Daro said? How did you take it that far? He didn't say you were heel, Jaden. He just said that you're being very reminiscent of him in terms of doubling down and very just doubling down on the bullshit that you're doing. I was like, well, I'm here if you need to talk. That was the last thing I said to him in June. July 1st, I don't remember what happened, but I remember DMing him again. I said, "Hey, your grievance is my friend. I'm here to listen and nothing else. I'm always here if you want to talk." And he didn't respond back. It got to the point where I got very concerned. I thought he was going to do self-harm. Naturally, that's just how things like this progress. Um, and I just wanted to make sure that he knew that there was someone. I didn't know if anyone else was coming out, talking to him and stuff like that, but I just wanted to make sure that he knew that, I was there, that he could definitely come to me anytime and just air his grievances. So I remember I was like, "Hey man, you got GTA 5? I play with you if you were down, or maybe some online matches on 2K19. I know he does that with some people time to time, or from time to time," and that was it. That was like on July 1st. From July 1st until July 5th, once again, still championing that other promotion. His ego was still running rampant. In terms of his ego, the only person I can compare it to in regards to wrestling is fucking Hulk Hogan. Like he was just like that
Oh my-
level. And
The irony there, and what I'm sure Tiger wants up is just incredible.
right, and it got to the point where I'm going to reference the need for promos that he wanted for Daro. And in the other promotion, I was like, "Hey man, you should really keep Daro out your mouth." I pinged Daro and I pinged Owen. I was like,
Yeah.
"Owen, really, you just need to shut the fuck up." And I was like, "Daro, just honestly, just ignore him. Just leave him alone."
It's
Because
crazy because after I did that first couple of promos, he wasn't the only one to come out and say, "Hey, cut a promo on me," but he was the only one that was to such an extent that like it became a point where I just didn't want to do promos anymore for a while.
It got to a point where even though like he wasn't even looking for anything from me, it got to a point where I myself, like looking at it from the outside in, got uncomfortable because I was like, it's gone to like you literally talk to this dude in the Broken Front server, you talk to this dude in this other promotion that we just happen to be in together. You go to his Twitter, you're like it's getting to a point where it's looking like harassment. Like he wants nothing to do with you. He has not been vague. He has. I'm talking about Daro. Daro has not been vague. He has not held back. He wants nothing to do with you. I'm sure we could still like if we want to take the time out of our day. I'm sure we don't, but I'm sure we want to take time out of our day and just scroll up to the chats that we were in. We can see that Daro wants nothing to do with you, and he has told you to leave him the fuck alone. And I can't tell you how many times I would have to ping Owen. It was like, stop, like keep his name out of your mouth.
I believe I said something about royalties.
I have to throw something in real quick though, but
Go
like,
off.
you know how Daro was asked to do a promo. However, why is it that he came to me after? He came to me after all this, by the way, and he said he didn't know how to do promos. So I'm confused why he was asking for a promo. What was he gonna do? A Twitter reply?
Wait.
Daro cuts like a day-long promo.
Oh my
here or
god,
something.
I full on shoot on this bastard, and he replies with like a thinking emoji.
Oh my god! So you're telling me?
Hold up, let me turn you up, Chesire.
Like,
Okay, there, go.
I was gonna say, like, literally after months of straight begging this man for a promo, he tells you after all of it that he had no idea how to do it in the first place.
Yes. He told
Oh
me
my
he
God.
told me he was asking in the Jam Discord server even how to do a promo, and he said no one helped him.
No, he didn't.
I know.
Oh,
No, he would say, "Man, I really don't know how to do a promo," and then no one would respond.
And you know what? I can see why whoever's listening to this would find that hypocritical and say, well, you guys did say you tried to help him, but then the one time he asked for, help on how to do a promo, you guys didn't.
His thing is he never outright asked.
He never
He
outright
just
asked,
hint.
and
He would dance around shit.
he would do a dance around shit, and the fact as well is that he wouldn't outright ask, and then on top of that, who wants to help you if you're just gonna lash out when people do try to help you in the first place?
Exactly. One of my biggest pet peeves is like someone that piss you off for like days on end and then come to you for something. It's happened so many times, especially since I've joined this damn community, that someone has gotten under my skin and then like a week later they're in my DMs asking to join Third Street or something. Like the fuck is wrong with you?
It doesn't. It's like it's so. It's just after months of digesting this, it's still at a point where it's just like, what the fuck? Like it because it's such a jumbled up, combustible mess, and you're really trying like I'm trying my hardest to break it down and really dissect it. It's why I'm giving dates and stuff like that, time frames, but it's still just so like I feel like the Jackie Chan meme, like what the fuck is this? So July 4th. I've been hyping up for almost a month by this point. Something called Morning Stars Fireworks Spectacular, and it was because I knew I was going to do a fireworks show. I went to PA with my family. I spent $600 worth of fireworks. I know, stupid. And I was like, I'm gonna record the videos and I'm gonna upload it to the Jam server. I didn't have an idea. I didn't know that like only a certain amount of minutes of a video you can post in the Discord. After that, you have to like boost the server with Nitro and stuff like that. And even then, that's not really long enough. So I remember that was like the highlight of my day. It was just like doing the fireworks and stuff. And this day, shit is popping off in the other chat, the other promotion that me, Daro, Joshua, and Owen just so happened to be in. And like things were blowing up. Like this was like the peak. Like this is when like it was the point of no return. Nothing Owen could say anymore would be like, all right, we're gonna tolerate you. Not even like deal with you, be friends with you, tolerate you. Nothing like that. Nothing he could say after that would get to that point. By this point, Daryl's already done with him. At this point, I was still trying to tell him like, yo, like just keep Daro out your mouth, lower your ego, relax yourself. It got to that point. But like uh, he was just firing on cylinders. Daro was firing on cylinders, and it was so bad that there was 2 moments in one night where shit popped off. And I remember it was like late afternoon, early evening when shit was really popping off, and I remember that because that's when I put my phone down. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna light some fucking firecrackers. And it was just Owen and Daro just going at it, whatever, and it's just me like kind of like being the middleman. And then it got to the point like people were just like talking in all caps now. No, I apologize. That's actually happened in the second like blow up moment. And they were just going back and forth, and the person who helped run that that promotion was egging them on. I don't know why. It's like, yeah, just let it all out.
He was the whole time trying to instigate the whole thing.
He was instigating
You're
the thing.
running a show. You're running a show, but you're trying to push. I'm not gonna sound. I don't mean to sound, full of myself. You're pushing one of your best stars, and the dumbass you made world champion, to lash out at each other. When you should be trying to divide the fucking fight and try to keep as much peace as possible. When something happened in like the jam chat, they were quick trying and squash it, try to get rid of the whole argument because they don't want that shit on their roster. They don't want that shit in their chat to begin with. What kind of unprofessional you gotta be to be like, nah, go ahead, keep saying shit, keep going. Like, what promoter are you?
Like, I thought that was so stupid. And I was just like, they really don't see who the fuck they have arguing right now.
They don't see the bigger picture. That's what.
Yeah, that's what it was. They don't see the bigger picture.
I think in their mind, and I know this is going to sound stupid, but I think in their mind they thought, okay, if these two argue like this, it'll end up looking better on the show.
Nothing better on their show.
That makes no sense. It makes 0 sense. But
I would
bet that's what they were
understand if
thinking.
you had a large following. You get like 5 viewers on your fucking streams and like 10 viewers on your videos. Yeah, the roster, not even outside people. The fucking roster would come to the streams. Look better.
And I hate to bring my show up because it makes me sound like I'm trying to put myself over. But if you have like the one show I did, hundreds of views from people in the community versus your fucking Dragon on the Mat show getting like 5 views a video, and you're one using a real life 2 people hating each other's guts as us, ain't gonna fly.
This definitely not gonna fly.
This ain't 2005 Edge and Matt Hardy.
I was just about to say that.
Owen fucking Clark.
And it's just disappointing. It's really just fucking disappointing because, like, why would you egg that on? Like, you see, like, nothing about it was about championships. Nothing about it was about a win-loss record. Nothing about it was about character. Nothing about it was about the look of the character. Nothing about it was about promo. Nothing about that was call-related. That was 2 men taking shots at one another because it's very apparent at that moment that one doesn't like the other, and the other, I don't know what the fuck Owen was thinking. I don't know what he thought this was, but it became very apparent that this is something that needs to be diffused, and it wasn't. And I don't run the show. So for the person who does run the show to egg that shit on is completely asinine to me. And although it's been about 2 months since that fucking incident happened, I still can't wrap my head around as to why you do something so fucking stupid. But I digress. I remember, I do my show, whatever. I do my fireworks spectacular, I record the videos and stuff like that. And I come back inside, start cleaning up and stuff like that. And Owen just going at it again. And Daro and Owen are going at it again. And mind you, this is going to be for like a future episode, but I just want for everyone to know like what kind of place this was just a little bit because we keep talking about it. This is the same place with the same people in charge that would say, oh yeah, don't bring up any drama from other servers over here, but yet this same shit he would egg on that started from another server. I don't get the logic if there was any to begin with, but once again, I digress. And so like late night, it's the 4th of July bleeding into July 5th, it's just me, Owen, and Daro. Just like me and Daro is really just going at Owen like, yo, just shut the fuck up. Stop talking. Like you're wrong. You're just being ignorant in the situation. Like nobody is really on your side in this
Exactly. And
right now.
at this
And
point, I want to point out, like, it literally was just us telling him to stop talking because he just kept going on and on about like how, you know, we run him out of places and how this is all he had and how, you know, everything was everyone else's fault. But all we were trying to do was tell him, look, you're doing too much. This ain't that deep. Just let it go.
Like
and
100%. At that point, I had to mute literally the entirety of Discord because everything I was getting was like Daro, Morningstar, Owen, 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 and like
Owen.
I couldn't get a second to just clear my head on anything.
I want to touch on something Daryl said too. Owen has said before, during one of the like big blow up moments that like call was all he had. I just want to do a little PSA for the call community right now. If you are in a position right now where you feel as if your virtual wrestling video game character is all you have, I think you need to take a break and to reevaluate your life and find hobbies outside of this. That's not healthy. That's not okay.
Yeah.
It's not good. And I
It's not
myself,
something like fawn about, especially. I see a lot of people that say, "This is what I got. This is all I do."
this is all I do.
Unless
That's
you've been in the community like 10, 15 years and you're making money off of this shouldn't be all you're doing.
and I want to make this a PSA for those that generally do think it is okay and don't know any better. It's not, and I'm not scolding you. In you know, Cameron told me this the other day. You know, there's something about it that he just keeps coming back to it. So I get it. I understand the rush that you get. You know how close to wrestling that this may be for people and whatever, without actually having to do the actual sport. I understand it. You know, we're all fans of this at the end of the day, and it's why we're here. It's why we do it. Completely understandable. It's the fact that you can't separate this from reality. That this is all you are. This is all you do. And when it gets to that point, look what the fuck you become. Look at this shit. We have a whole episode dedicated to one person because he couldn't separate his character from who he was. And it got to the point where I don't actually think there was a character. I really think it was just the person. And maybe that's on us for not actually listening to him and actually looking at it on a surface level and thinking, okay, that's just really dumb. But maybe who he is as a person really is the character. Maybe it wasn't, maybe he couldn't separate because that's just asking someone to separate themselves. It's not healthy. It's not, and it's not good. And I don't encourage anybody to have that kind of mentality nor that behavior. So with that said, there was just this big blow up fight and all in caps. And it got to the point where I told Owen, I was like, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. And he was really ignoring me. He was just going after Daro. And I really was just third wheeling. But I was hoping that he would just listen or really read my messages in that chat and just take it and just utilize it. And even if what he's done couldn't be repaired, we would still recognize that he wouldn't be the asshole that he was before. So he didn't, and it got to the point where I left that promotion. And one of the people in charge was like, I understand, what the situation was, and we're gonna talk to him, we're gonna set him straight, whatever. Which I knew was bullshit. I knew they wouldn't. And so I guess now it's bleeding to July 5th, and actually it is July 5th now. And I'm done with him. I'm finished with him. I was like, he's never gonna listen. It's July 5th. I've been in these fucking chats with him since late March, early April. It's been 3 to 4 months. I'm done. I'm finished. I don't have the energy to keep chasing after someone to help them, and they don't want to take it. I don't have that patience in me. I have such a short fuse with patience that the fact that I went that hard for someone else that I don't know is just really shitty as a person that will lash out is I think is a testament to me and my patience. I don't do that, but I generally gave a fuck, and I feel it's gotten to the point where I feel wrong to give a fuck about that person. And it should never be that way, but that's the point it got me to. So I left, and I was told that he would be talked to and stuff like that, and it was just like, no, he's not going to be, but it's whatever. I just need time away from there, and he DMs me July 5th, and he's like, Morningstar, help me figure out what I need to do, because all I keep doing is fucking up. And I was like, Owen, you were rude. You were really rude, and to be honest, I really don't want to help you. I tried in the past, and you never took my words of advice. He said, I know Morningstar, it's the same thing Bash said, it's the same damn circle. And I was like, I'm gonna be blunt. I was like, you're too sensitive, and it's not even from like more of an emotional standpoint. Your ego is just easily bruised. And he's like, I take the advice as a person, as he says, I take the advice as a personal attack every damn time. I'm too fucking stubborn. I said, to be honest, nobody cares enough about you to try to tear you down. I said, we literally care about you and care enough to give you advice. And he was like, yeah, I know. I said, look what happened. No one wants to be around you right now. I said, that's not good. He said, yeah, I know. I checked the chat. You left both Jam and the UVW chat. I'm literally fucking up people's fun. I am trying to figure out how to fix this fucked up mess that I am. I just want to clarify that I did not leave. I left that other promotion. I did not leave the Jam chat. I don't know where he was looking at. I don't know why he thought that. I did not leave. And that was just really weird. I never left the Jam chat ever. Maybe take a break, like just not like say anything or stuff like that. But I never left. And after that, just me basically saying, yeah, well, I don't have it in me to help you. Good luck, I guess. And then he after that went into the Broken Fun server, went to general chat, and he pinged Andy for whatever reason to help him. And after that, Cameron came to me. He was like, hey, Owen is, kind of bugging out right now. He said you left the jam server. You want to talk to me about that? And I was like, that's the other promotion. I didn't, at least for that moment, I didn't leave JAM. So that never happened. And then after that, it's just been me on the outside hearing things. Maybe a screenshot has been showed to me about things he would say, things that have been going on with him, and that's that. My biggest issue with Owen, I don't hate him. I don't hate the guy. I don't even think I dislike him. For after everything I said, after the passion I put into my words, I don't even dislike the guy. I don't hate him. I don't care enough. I don't have enough care in me to even have negative feelings towards him. As easy as having negative feelings towards another person is, I don't have it in me. I don't care enough about him. My biggest issue with Owen isn't hatred, isn't anger, isn't me disliking him. My biggest issue with Owen is that I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in Owen Clark because, much like Daro and Joshua said, and I know Tiger feels the same way, he could have been something. Whether it was big, whether it was somewhere in the middle, he could have been something had he just taken the advice and we just kept his mouth shut. People have a right to speak, and he chose to talk, and that's fine. Everyone has a right to speak, but there's certain things you just shouldn't say in the manner you say them. That's my biggest issue with Owen, that I had enough faith in him to keep coming back to him, to basically crawl my hands and knees and to kiss his ass for him to be better as a person, and he didn't take it. That's my issue with Owen Clark. The potential that I saw in the potential that was squandered. That's the issue.
Hello.
Hello, Woodard.
Hey, Ortiz.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, sorry I'm late to the party. Freaking so much stuff was going on. I just got off the phone with my grandfather. I was playing some freaking Naruto shit.
I think I've gotta get this stuff off my chest, morning.
Yeah, so that segues into Tiger.
All right. We're still on July 5th, where Cameron Bash had him. I don't know if he left or he got kicked. I believe he got kicked. And Owen Clark once again goes on Twitter and makes this stupid little rant about how Jam did nothing but haze and disrespect him. They disrespected him by using this hashtag OwenWho, which we did as a joke, of course.
It was a meme.
It was a
big ass meme.
And he took it so fucking seriously It's not even funny.
Shoot, I'm a meme right now. I mean, you guys basically just be like, Ortiz, I'm horny. You know?
That's half our bit, bro.
He said it wasn't even original, by the way, which is funny. He said that Bash didn't have right to use his call, and he also said that.
So his call was null and void.
Exactly. And then he also said that Bash was keeping the instigators in the chat. If you're trying to change a gimmick, he was talking stuff. Let me see. They complain if you're trying to find a gimmick, if you change your attire to make it look better and more. They even ban you if you have a stupid fight with someone in another Discord. That's his words. And he said, keep the damn people in jam that haze and make fun of new people. And, he said he was going to expose it. I actually had remorse for this guy. Not because of all of this bullcrap, but it was more because I didn't know what was going on. I actually didn't know why. Like, I wasn't in these servers, like I said, and I didn't really know who Owen Clark was. I barely interacted with him. So when I saw this, I actually felt a little remorse, and I DM'd him, and I talked to him, and he's, like, saying, I got blacklisted from Jam because of a fight that happened in another Discord. And he said, just because the fight happened in another Discord doesn't mean it should affect my status in Jam. And that honestly seems so dumb, because if you're going to have a fight, it's obviously going to cause a problem in other Discord servers, probably.
Like, it's crazy because the
Right.
fight originally started in the Ranch Discord server. It went from there to the other server, and then he got kicked out of the Jam server for being an idiot in the Jam server and other servers. My whole thing with him was if he's gonna, my whole thing with him was if he's gonna start here, we all know damn right well he's gonna start somewhere else.
I'm going off these DMs, by the way, and he was like, it was just me and Austin arguing, and it was Daro and Morningstar that jumped in the convo. That is according to him.
For people listening, Austin is that guy we talked about who runs that other show.
Yeah.
Oh,
who was
UBW.
instigating. Look, we're saving that for another episode.
Yeah.
I want to freaking talk about it sometimes.
You
know what?
I'll save it. I'll save it.
You know what? Real quick, Woodard, why don't you, Ortiz, say something? I'm getting a phone call. Bad timing. Say something, Ortiz.
Podcasters.
I'm like, we are having a good conversation. Now there's a phone call.
Yeah, now it's time for your chat with Mr. Owen.
Oh, son of a bitch. I was not ready for this. I'm having a good day. But here we go. Oh, my goodness. Freaking Owen Clark, I swear. I'm like, it started out where, like, he seemed like he was pretty, like, okay, like in the beginning when Jam pretty much started. And you guys pretty much know, like, how I'm generous to basically just, make call-related stuff for just about anyone. No money needed, none of that. But as I started seeing more of, like, how he's showing his true colors and how he was treating everybody else, I felt like I kind of regret, making, call-related stuff for him. I even pitched, like, ideas, like, back when he was like, I need a nickname and da-da-da-da. I'm just like, how about Natural Born Killer? I felt like it was a solid nickname, but at the same time, I was like, all right, don't use it, like, right away. Try to build your character to be, like, this dominant beast.
Yeah, blow the load too quickly,
Right, exactly. And that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, my man was the king of premature.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. So Tiger has returned from his phone call. That's the good news.
Well, that was quick.
He was planning out how he's gonna cheat in his next JAM match.
Fuck you too.
Speaking of which, bud, no holds barred for you. No holds barred at all.
Daro does
Boo
not
this
hold
man.
back. Boo this man.
All right, look,
Justice
see
for
my-
Inari.
look.
Look.
The
Yeah, go ahead, man.
thing that got me probably confused a little bit was how he said everyone sat around and drank. Like, he literally said everyone in the Discord server sat around and drank.
Wait, hold on.
Was
What?
that a reference
That-
to the drinking
He
game
said, this
streams?
is what he said. They don't joke. All they do is sit around and drink. How the fuck am I supposed to know? And it doesn't matter now. Daro is going to win the match like everyone wanted him to.
Oh my god, we gotta have a little bit about what happened
You
after.
wanted him to because you started acting like an asshole. So
Everyone in that chat.
Can I just say
hated
something
him
real quick?
after a
Like,
while?
circling back to his little tweet about Jam as a whole.
Yeah.
oh boy, here we go.
All due respect, if half the stuff he said was real, I would actually feel for him. But the problem is none of it was. We are here to give criticism. We are here to make your character
Exactly.
better. If you don't want to take it, that's your fault. If you have a
Right.
problem with the way that we act, that's your fault. And that's the same that it goes for us. But when you are intentionally harassing not just Daro, but most of the people in JM and other Discords as a whole because of your whole little spat, and then basically spitting on not only the thing that Bash created, but every single other person on the roster who has helped contribute, that is the thing that pisses me off. That is the thing that makes me say,
And
okay, no,
he did-
I'm not touching you anymore.
He did
I'm
all
done.
of this. He did all of this, and then his little groupies expected him to still win that match. That's the funniest part to me.
Well, he said he even included this, by the way. This is a part in the DM. He said the only ones that are going to be stars are his friends.
Oh my! We were never personal friends to Cameron Bash. We were never personal friends to Cameron Bash.
I
We all
never-
joined as fans.
I joined
Right,
as a
I'm
fan
just
too.
like,
I joined
I
as the
barely
biggest
even
mark,
knew who Bash was to begin
The-
with. I didn't because I've only heard of, like FAM and stuff like that.
Oh god,
I
the
never
flashbacks.
knew
Oh.
any. Right, I'm just like, but I never knew like anything about that. I just knew, oh, this is a thing. It's cool. But then this happened, and I was like, huh, I'm loving this.
Yeah, he's definitely like when it came to getting kicked out, he just was like it's everyone else's fault but my own. And then of course after that I found him in literally every Discord server I was in. He just said, "Now, let me join everything real quick."
Oh
Not-
my
Speaking of
goodness.
which-
90% of which did not accept him on the roster, which is hilarious.
Oof.
Speaking
Oh
of
my
which,
goodness.
Daro, I think it's finally time that we get into basically the last straw of Owen Clark's quote-unquote career with LWE.
What?
Oh,
Uh,
boy.
Tiger-
Career.
Oh
Oh
boy.
wait. Can we do a little spat of what happened prior
Yes.
to that with
Ye-
Redemption episode 3?
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
That was
Why
a
not?
fun
Let's
little
do that.
thing, too. So, Redemption, JAM Redemption episode 3. For those that, well, not episode 3. I'm stupid. Episode 2.
I
Episode
was
3
about
hasn't
to
happened
say,
yet.
we haven't got to episode 3 yet.
That's Morning Star. So I was expecting him to comment. Damn it. We that bit died a death. So yeah, episode 2 came around. For those that don't know, it was the continuation of the Lionheart Championship tournament, which we talked about prior. I was begrudgingly put against Owen Clark. Now, prior to this, we
Ew.
had the whole scuffle of him getting kicked out of the chat. So if he's not in the chat, he's pretty much angered everyone on the show. He obviously got set up to lose in spectacular fashion. It, of course, became a massive meme. Of course, if you see any of our Twitter
22 seconds,
tirades.
anyone?
Daro 22 has been everywhere as of late, and I'm so proud of it because it's become such
It's
a meme.
beautiful. It
I-
really
he-
is.
Oh my goodness. I
he-
even said something. I was
But
like,
shout
Austin
out to-
316?
Yeah,
I just
you
whipped your
made
ass.
the joke. You made the
Freaking
joke. And
dog. Right.
Tyler, what's his last name now? He was
Adams?
Ace, but
Adams.
Tyler Adams, who, for those unaware, he's a guy who me a lot with Third Wrestling. He did the deathmatch main event on my show. He put together the T-shirt, the Steve Austin parody T-shirt, which I put on my call and I posted to Twitter. I get on Discord, join the LWE chat, and up here's Owen. He's commenting
Uh.
about the show. He's like, I just saw something I didn't like. I'm like, oh really? What was it, Owen? And people in the chat, because we all watched, most of us at least watched the show. I think there's a few people that in the chat that didn't. We were making jokes about it because it was honestly a funny thing. We were just trying to, have a bit of the crack. I even let Owen know. I was like, yo, I'm only messing around. I'm not trying. I'm tired of doing this BS. Just leave it be, man. We're not attacking you. He got heated again.
I have to just say that the thing that pissed him off the most was in the episode 2 trailer, his call with the mullet. He was doing the Rikishi dance, and that pissed him off.
Yes.
That pissed him off.
Speaking
So-
of that variation of the call, I created that.
Email?
Yeah, Ortiz did that.
And
Ortiz did that call.
He pretends it
and-
doesn't exist now.
Which is extremely
well,
funny because
technically-
it's like his best version, honestly.
Is the best version of himself? Yeah.
No, if you see his
Right,
version
I'm
now, oh my god. Ooh, my packages.
Oh my goodness.
Professional
I'm like,
podcast. Like,
whenever
no, I swear to God, I thought the email was gonna piss him off more, because I saw the email prior to the show, because I got a DM from one Cameron back. I think it was from Cameron. I saw it and I was on the floor laughing because, honestly, none of it was meant to be taken seriously. It was a bit of a joke because everybody knew he was leaving to begin with. There was a few people, of course. When you go to the comment, you can look at the comment section of that video right now. And a man who I don't want to bring up his name, but he's a massive bellend, and I've been annoyed by him for ages.
Don't have me go on him. Don't have me go off on him. Oh my god.
We're gonna have a whole episode on him later. Just calm down.
Don't even get me started. He decided to just comment about how Owen Clark should have won that match, and he was screwed because of something that happened in another Discord server. And for a while, Owen Clark, I thought Ghost wrote that.
Reggie?
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're Scooby-Doo in the game. I need people to solve this clue right now.
We gotta do a whole episode on the comment section of that video. By the way, it was just some intense stuff.
Intense or stupid?
Yes. But yeah, after that, it just got worse from there, and that's what spawned into stuff in the LWE server. So Tiger, if you'd like to keep this going,
I'm doing the Rikishi dance right now because I'm ready.
Bad man.
See, my original thing, okay? If Owen actually had left, if we left on proper terms, I bet you my rant would be faster than Daro versus Owen, okay? I guarantee you. But this motherfucker wanted to leave on bad terms, so now, yeah, so
his apology to me was shorter than his match with me, so
I never personally invited him. Someone put an invite in another server that he was in, and a bunch of guys, including him, joined the server.
I knew it.
And I'm not the kind of guy to be like, oh, you're not allowed here. I was just like, okay, maybe, whatever. I guess you can, whatever. And next thing you know, I guess he does sign with the company, and he does join the company. And one of my creative team members, he likes to make jokes. Shout out to you, JD. He loves it, and he was actually making one of these jokes where we should have a best of 5 series. And I put him in a best of 5 series where the winner gets a title. I didn't know who was going to win that matchup because I won't say why, but I did a coin toss to see because I was fair. And unfortunately, Owen won that coin toss, so I had to put him over. But then once the other guy, that thing was clear, it was weird. And then, so pretty much while this best of 5 was going on, he would DM me constantly saying to to me stuff about Jam. He was like, hey, should I talk to Cameron Bash to maybe apologize and fix things? Hey, I wonder how Jam is doing. Hey, can I comment on Jam's post? It would pretty much be like how he asked you for a promo, Daro, except he would constantly talk about Jam when he said, I'm going to put that behind me. He constantly
Put it behind me. I'm gonna put it behind me, but I'm gonna bring up Jam every 5 freaking seconds.
He
My
would
God.
not. He would. You could even see some of his tweets beforehand where he was like, we should like. I'll give you an example. Like, let's say someone like, I don't know, Morning makes a post showing off his new call. We'll call him Matthew Davis, right? And then Owen's like,
we're talking about new cause.
I was, and then Owen's like, Owen's like, hey, Matthew Davis seems pretty. He would be like, Matthew Davis seems pretty cool. I would like to fight him, but maybe not with the mullet guy, from you know who. He would pretty much try and hint at its Jam.
I have a funny story. So when I put out a new sidecar, who many of you may know, Rachel Quinn, she's kind of been on a bit of a tear recently.
I love
not
her.
even like not
Simp.
Damn, we already simping on digital. I can't say nothing about simping over WWE characters. You've seen my Twitter fucking recently.
On top of that, I see your profile picture simp right. So
don't look. Justice.
I will come after that freaking profile
This
picture.
is a really professional podcast, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So professional.
Right after I initially put out the call. Not even like a day later, he had his own female side call. Like, the additional stereotypical diva call you'll see.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
can't
did.
remember her name for the life of me. Because, God, it was just...
Caller Mrs. Irrelevant.
Mrs. Irrelevant.
It's Rachel Quinn Light. That's what it is. Yeah,
Understood.
This call was like literally like 24 hours after I did mine, and that nowhere. Meanwhile, I have a whole Twitter account with 100 followers already after just releasing her.
I know this is a little off topic, but speaking of 100, your boy, for those of you who don't know and haven't watched my YouTube channel, go subscribe.
You fuck.
100 subscribers.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug in the podcast.
Wow.
I do not care.
That's
Ladies
crazy.
and gents, we have officially made the most professional podcast ever.
I
100%.
still got more.
Nothing but professionals here.
I've got some.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
man.
so I forgot to add on that during the start of when that Owen thing happened, he told me he was doing anger management therapy, and I was like, okay, that's good for you. He said he would end August 17th. After what I just saw, truth be told, I really think he bullshitted that. I wouldn't be surprised if he
you're just now thinking he's BSing?
No, I knew. I thought he was from the beginning, truth. I swear to God, he copy and pasted a fucking list. It's 9 ways to calm down.
He
and
got
put it in my DM. I have
meditation.
And actually, that was one of the things on the list too.
Yep. He
Yeah,
got it off the
it was.
WikiHow. It's cool.
So
I was about to say something, but nah. It's inappropriate.
So this dude tries to play it off in the chat. Like in my chat, he was acting so friendly and so nice, but it was just such a fucking.
He was like, Daro, we should be friends. Like,
that's how
we should be friends. Bitch, I don't like you.
Daro was just fucking joking in the chat.
Oh my God, I know sold every time it was.
Yeah, and then Ortiz fucking snapped on him, and I was like, Ortiz, why the fuck did you snap on? And I fucking realized.
Yeah.
Why. I fucking.
In the immortal words of Tyler the Creator, he on my dick more than my indents when I take a pee.
He told me he would try and DM you, Ortiz, to clear this shit up.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I didn't respond to jack shit.
Did he try and
I-
DM you, Daro, though?
Oh, he only DM'd me once with a weak apology right before getting kicked out of JAM,
Oof.
like 2 days before.
Hold on. Speaking of which, I think I might still have that in there. Hold on. Let me go find
Oh
it.
boy.
More receipts. We thought Morningstar was the king of receipts around here.
I
Everybody
actually,
got them now.
my literal first
can-
half of my
I can-
speech was received.
I can read off the one apology he gave me in my DMs because it was like I said, it was shorter
I
than his
think I
match with me.
unfriend him. After.
He said, hold on, here's the DM I got on July 20th. On July 3rd, 2020. Daro, just wanted to say sorry for being so pushy. I'm still learning this whole big call system, and yes, I mean it this time. And yes, I won't be bothering you about anything else, and I am sorry for being a dick at times. I actually am.
Liar.
That's all. All a run-on sentence.
And just to be clear,
no
this is
grammar
2
or
days.
punctuation.
Just to be clear, this is 2 days after he intentionally leaves Jam after the whole spat that you two had.
No, this was 2 days. This was 2 days before he got kicked out, like
Oh.
officially banned.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Man, time flies.
But yeah,
He-
before
like,
we
he
lose
said
any
all
more
of that.
context,
Yeah.
lose any more context, Tiger, please continue.
All
Yeah,
right,
go
we've
ahead.
got a little more. Don't worry. So in my server, he would talk to one of my people, Daro. You can relate to him really well. You know who. But he would talk to him, and I remember this same person coming in my DMs asking me, "Why is this guy messaging me? And he's pissing me off." I'm not kidding.
Was he asking him for a promo too?
No, no. I think he was just like trying to bug him about
Yeah.
something he didn't like.
Dude,
Every single time.
We're gonna get so much flack from like 3 people over this.
Yeah. Hello. We're breaking the fourth wall. I don't care.
Hey, do those 3 people exist? No,
They do.
never mind.
Can I say names?
Are they Owen's friends?
Can I?
Are
can
we
I say
gonna
names?
are we gonna be in a Twitter war because of this? Am I gonna have to
Probably.
talk about fake
Yes,
fake
because
Hispanic
gives
My
food
Twitter-
and
If
Taco
no one
Bell?
gives me if no one gives me
Fake.
an answer, I'm saying a name.
My
Alright,
Twitter
alright,
is
no.
Morningstar
Hold on.
Jam.
Do it.
Hold
do
on, how
it,
about we
do
don't
it.
do that until next episode when we're a little bit more professional? Because Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right.
We
Professional.
gotta finish.
I'm
we-
introing by yelling "fuck that guy."
We still got more. We still got a little more. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So I remember him during this best of 5, by the way. Like I said, the winner gets a title shot. As well as this, the same dude, he was talking about his world title and how he's gonna challenge for it and maybe beat him. And then when he would get pissed, he was like, JK, I was just kidding. But he would do it like 4 times in attendance every time, and he would. It's weird because he really thought that he was gonna choose the title, and he thought he was gonna pick the world title and win the world title, and I would have never let that. I literally DM'd Daro just to warn him. I will never let Owen be a world champion in my company for as
Already
long.
better than certain fans.
And then
Tiger knows. I wanted to beat the crap out of him in ECW. Like, invite him to the show.
he said LWE was the bigger show because
He said he was on it, so it's the bigger show. I'm like, dude,
in that case ECW
Calm
is
yourself.
10 times.
It's like
not
listening
gonna
to The
say it.
Miz, but The Miz being irrelevant.
Yeah.
if
Oof.
the Miz was 10 times more, if like 20 times more relevant, and also a really bad biker gimmick.
And couldn't cut a promo.
And yes, they.
Oh my goodness, the promos. Don't even get me started.
Don't remind me about how much he tries to fucking recreate himself. I'm gonna be the new Owen Clark.
The new Owen. There's like 50 the new Owen Clarks.
And then okay, so near the end,
New Owen
I'm gonna
Clark.
go near the end.
John
Of
Wick
course,
wannabe.
I'm sure everyone here. I'm gonna say it. I don't give a damn. Everyone here has heard of SWW. Okay.
Oh,
I'm guaranteed. And this motherfucker,
Boo,
this
boo.
motherfucker,
world champion there.
this motherfucker retweets a tweet saying, "Great show, come check it out," knowing that SWW was a racist show, has done some very bad things. They let a racist back in.
They backed up Shannon, and he's a very well-known racist.
Yes, that.
All my homies hate SWW.
And to remind you, his excuse was because his friend Lars was there or something.
Well, then fuck Lars too.
Sullivan?
No, Lars Wild.
Wild?
I'm pretty
Wild,
sure it's
Lars
Wild.
Wild?
The guy that
Martial
that beat
Weapons?
Rannick?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. I didn't know he was in SW. I didn't know Lars Wild of the Martial Weapons was in SWW. Wow.
That is a surprising fact.
Wow.
That's I
You
don't
learn
know.
something
I
crap
think it's
every day.
Lars. Okay, I'm just making sure in the DM right now that because I remember.
I couldn't care less.
If it's Lars with a Z, then yes.
I remember telling
Yeah,
him.
he rides his.
I
all the
remember
time.
telling him, please don't. I remember telling him, please don't retweet stuff like this. This really does look really bad. Oh.
It does. It makes himself look like an absolute idiot.
What was it?
Stupid,
I'm trying to think.
Stupid. Sorry, my inner Randy Orton came out.
I don't even think it was. Was it? I'm gonna be honest here. Well, he always said he wanted to try and prove a point. By the way, that he was not.
What point? The bigger picture?
Yeah. He was trying to prove the point that he was not just an irrelevant asshole who will never be anything but a 22-second jobber, and that no one should help nor give me anything.
That aged like
that was my quote.
That was on 8/18.
That aged like milk.
Bro, he literally did it perfectly.
Yeah,
like, he expressed himself perfectly.
I can confirm it now. I can now confirm it. The other reason I mentioned SWW is because I got friends in there like Lars Wild and DH Young.
Yep.
Wow.
That's what he said.
All my homies hate.
Wait, hold up. Both of those dudes are in? Wow.
Yes.
I actually didn't know. That's crazy.
That's a fun fact. But
So
I told
it's
him
the same Lars Wild that was in FAM? That is in FAM?
Yes.
Martial Weapons? That Lars Wild? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I have nothing
crazy.
against you, Lars. This is not a rant on you. This is a rant on your bitch.
Yeah. Dude, he thought he was on mine a lot. If I see this man say the words Lars Wild one more time, I swear to God, every time.
I bet.
Apparently, he helped him with his car or something, and he's been riding him since.
Well, damn, I wouldn't be shocked. But either or, I told him to delete the tweet and to not do that, and he did. And then a few days later,
did the same thing.
No, this is fast forwarding a little bit. You guys remember that one tweet where it was like, y'all fucking in DMs to get a match?
Oh my God.
And
From Jin, yeah.
Owen literally admits.
Jin's the legend.
Owen literally admits I would fucking DM to get a match, and I told him, he's not part of my company. That's why he got released. That looked so bad.
Oh my God.
He fucking said that.
What's wrong with you?
Everyone told him delete that fucking shit.
Absolute delete this, and he's just
Bro,
like,
I
nah, man,
didn't even know that.
I fucking said you're released, and he was like, I gave him an excuse why he was released.
He did another Twitter rant, I think.
No, he didn't do another Twitter. As far as I've known, he blocked me on my other account. That I could see him on.
He did complain on Twitter
Today.
I'm like
yesterday.
Oh,
after
I was thinking.
everything.
I know
I'm
about
like-
yesterday. I didn't know about today. If he did.
No.
I
don't
know nothing of yesterday. I was
follow
celebrating.
I'll
because I
go
got
through
home
it.
from work early.
Don't worry, Ortiz. We're gonna go through that specifically. I got that. Don't worry about that. But I
Right.
remember after hearing that, I gave him an excuse. I told him, yeah, you shouldn't be saying that. And then he was like, okay, I'm gonna go find myself. Morning said even like I was actually kind of relaying the message to him, but I wasn't like telling him what to do. I was telling him you need to find the answer on your own.
Yeah, giving him pointers.
Giving him pointers. And I come in there and he was like, so, you're celebrating about my release on Twitter. That's the DM he sends me yesterday. And I kind of just like felt a little bad because I was guilt tripped at that point, and I got really pissed because I've been guilt tripped a lot in my life, and that was bullshit. And he blocked me, and then he goes on to proceed to say I can now support whatever I want on here. And then sends a picture of Owen Clark, the Owen Clark that I have, by the way, and he says this is the only Clark that matters.
Oh my god.
And
yeah.
then he
I prefer the one with the
retweets.
mullet.
Nope, this is the best part. He retweets SWW and says, "Great show, guys. Really enjoyed it." After I told him not to a few days ago.
How do you make yourself look like even more of an idiot?
I
The
called
Owen
him out.
Clark
I
story.
called him the fuck out. I literally fucking did a parody of his theme. You know, he's got that song "Down, Down Like the Rain."
I've never heard his theme song. God.
Well, it is
anyone
okay. It's a pretty
ever
good.
heard it.
It's actually a pretty good song.
Oh, well,
It's-
good
that's-
for him.
that's-
So he
that's
has
the
good
sad
taste
part.
in music. Congratulations.
It's actually quite a good song, but I can't hear it the same anymore. And I was singing a parody of it. If you guys didn't see it on Twitter, I was
Wait,
singing.
was that the
I
thing
saw
with
that.
the Daro driver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's part of the song.
I just tweeted. I want to tweet the gimmick the meme Blake made.
Oh my god. I told
Can't
him.
reiterate
I
'cause,
told.
you know,
Okay.
I'm white.
I kind of made a mistake though. I did say he was racist, and I'm gonna clarify. Technically, he isn't racist. However, he is supporting something that
He is-
has known allegations to be a very racist company. So
Right.
technically he is racist for supporting, something that after I even told him about it being racist. And
yeah, to a degree, that is you being racist. If you support racism, then you are indeed
and
racist.
he said no, didn't he pull the I have black friends card?
I called him out on that on Twitter. He said he pretty much pulled the "I've got black friends. I'm not racist."
Who's his friend? Who's his friends? Ortiz?
Oh
no! I am not a friend. I am not a friend.
It's like how he tried to make
point kick you.
It's like how he tried to make Daro a fucking friend.
Jeez.
That's my friend Daro.
Emphasis
I am
on
not a friend.
Try.
Okay.
But
Hey,
this
just
motherfucker.
because I made your call does not mean I'm your friend. Okay.
I can think of 20 people in this community I'd rather be friends with that are all somehow way less toxic.
Oh boy, don't forget that Owen Clark goes on to have his little friends, his buttfuck friends, come out here and try and call me out that I'm wrong.
Oh yeah,
This
I did see
idiot.
like something like that because I was like checking through the comments on Twitter and I saw like this one dude supporting him and I was like, who the
I know.
You
I
did
was
not
like,
know
who
the
the
half of it.
fuck is this dude? And I realized, oh, it's Owen's prostitute. Okay. No, I'm
Owen's
kidding. I'm kidding.
prostitute.
I'm kidding. No hate to you, dude. No hate to you, dude. No.
Oof.
I can't say that
Okay.
on a podcast. We're on a live
You
podcast.
just did.
No,
Oh,
forget that. We can
Just
say whatever
did.
we want.
Fuck
Screw
you.
We're live, pal.
We are
All right.
allowed to
In
say whatever the
conclusion,
fuck we want.
in conclusion, I am glad I fucking banned that communist. He is a communist. He is a racist communist. He probably would be like, "What's communism? I bet I
Oh my
support it."
God.
And then no,
Oh,
he's gonna.
God.
How much you want to bet? He's gonna post a picture of his new call tomorrow.
He's gonna
Jesus.
post a picture of
With the
like
Confederate
every.
flag.
Okay. Well, now that we
Mind
basically
you, I hate that flag with a burning passion. It's
Oh,
because
okay.
like
I hate
you
it.
you ever
Fair
like because for me I'm like if you drive through let's say North Carolina, you'll see 3 flags at some point as you get closer to the area. You'll see like a couple other flags, the American flag of course, and then you see a big old Confederate flag, and I hate it.
Yikes.
Oh God.
That's
Jesus
down
Christ.
south for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
And that's my
okay.
home.
Either or, Owen Clark is a fucking user, okay? He thinks he's changing every single fucking time, but he's letting these fucking things in the past affect him. So he's just becoming the same old Owen fucking Clark over and over again. It's like Big Show heel turns. He changes face and then turns fucking heel because he doesn't understand that this is a fucking video game. This is not
You
real
don't
life.
understand the bigger picture, damn it.
This is not real life. This is not something you need to be taking shots at on Twitter. This is not something you need to be, fucking harassing Daro and Ortiz about, or Cheshire or Morning. This is fucking a video game, and I hate it when there's drama in this fucking game. Okay, I have owned a company for 5 years. I have not been directly in call until this year, like the bigger call areas. I was in the
Right.
smaller leagues till like this year, back in April. And I could tell you through my 5 years of owning a fucking company, congratulations, Owen, you are the second worst person I have ever signed to my damn company. Second, because the first actually, came out and blatantly said he was racist, at least. He was like, I'm a
Yikes.
fucking, he also was a, Germany. Well, I'm not gonna say.
I mean, at least
Nazi.
Yeah.
at least he owned it though.
I fucking forgot the word. Damn it!
In all honesty,
he was
at
a
least
Nazi.
he owned it.
He did. At least that's true. Either
All right.
or, Owen. Somehow you are right behind him, but I really should put you above him because you are an annoying ass little shit. Please leave call for a long time or forever. Go.
Forever.
Go,
Forever.
go, dude. You are a, what? A 21-year-old man, I guess?
He's
Playing
26, by the way.
26.
26?
26?
20 fucking
He's 26.
6.
He's 20 fucking 6.
Dude, I
He's
know. Oh
20
my
fucking 6.
God.
Bro,
Oh,
it's
He
really
just
sad
turned
when
Uh,
20 fucking 6.
it's really sad when a
like-
17-year-old has more composure than a 26-year-old in the year 2020.
Right.
Don't we know a 15
The year of our Lord. No.
So,
I
Owen
believe-
Clark, from me to you, go fuck yourself. I'm done.
Damn, he went commentator mode for that.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
na 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 na
Nah,
na.
nah.
Hey,
Goodbye.
goodbye.
We're
All right.
Come on, we all need to sing it. Come on.
Top.
I'm
The
I'm
best.
I'm not singing.
Come
I
on.
wasn't
Best-
gonna sing it
the
either.
most
Come on,
professional
Morningstar. Come on.
I'm not
I'm-
singing it.
Come
I'm
on,
not singing
Morning.
it.
Just a big
All
fuck
right,
you
all
to
right,
him.
all right. Before
Once.
I do, I just want everyone who's going to watch this to know that this wasn't to really bury him. This wasn't to really shit on him.
It was to
What-
shed some light.
What
To
this
shed-
was to shed some light on whoever it may be that would support him. What this episode was really for us to really move on. It's been said before, like I said, I use this as a reference, that if you don't tell your story, other people will tell your story for you. And as you've heard for all the examples that we've given, that he has talked shit about us. He has fabricated stories, made him look like the victim in every single bullshit that he's been a part of. And he fucking supports SWW. I don't think I have to go into that anymore.
Fuck SWW, man. Fuck.
That is just that's a
Fuck the
no for
revival.
me.
I mean, what?
That's a no for me, dog. No, just no. So that's really what this was. If I understand if it may come off that way, but like I said, that's not even really the intention. It's simply just letting everyone else know who the people who's been affected by him the most, letting everyone else know our story and our side to it, and for us to just move on. There's gonna be flack for the things we said. There's gonna be flack for this, and
Yeah.
that's fine. It's whatever. When I came up with this, I didn't expect this to not get flack in any way, but now people have a better understanding of what it is that we've been through in regards to
What we've
Owen
been
Clark,
dealing with, yeah.
what we've been dealing with, and this is just a way for us to move on. For as far as I go, I'm not going to be talking about Owen Clark. There's no
Yeah.
need to talk about Owen Clark. I'm done with Owen Clark. The man, the gimmick, both. I'm done. It's over. If he wants to talk about us, whatever. I can't say I would give a fuck. I can't say I would care. I'm moving on.
I have a job, so
I got much better things to do with my time.
Same here.
All right, look, Owen, I trusted you for the longest time, and now you literally told me I was your last hope and call before you would get blacklisted. And now that you fucked that up, I'm not gonna have anything to do with you anymore. Just saying. I'm done with Owen Clark. I'm done with the name. I'm done hearing about him. He can say whatever he wants about us. Truth be told, at the end of the day, who's really going to listen to that? Who's
Yeah,
really
he's
gonna...
dug his own grave. That's
He
like
dug his own fucking grave. The name Owen
Yeah.
Clark, done.
Yeah.
He had
Honestly, when I
potential.
look back on it and I think about all the things that I noticed from him now, and then to think that I cared enough about his character to want to let him into the equal list, like it makes me so angry at myself that I would let someone like that be there. And I know I didn't know at the time, but like it's just to see what he's become, and then to think about what he might have been had he done the right things, had he spoken to the right people and did what he needed to do, what he could have been instead of what he is now. It's sad. Like, it's really sad to think about.
I'm like, shoot, I literally remade his car and everything, and I'm like, even when I look at it now in that match at JM episode 2, I was just like, on one hand, I was like, him as the person, I was like, yes, he's gone. But when it comes to the actual car that I created, I was just like, it just hits me a little bit because I'm just like, damn, my creation
You know what
is
you can do?
gone.
You know what you can do, Woodard? What I
But
suggest? Usually when some fucko, I make a call for them and they either go inactive or leave. What I usually do is I keep the call and I reuse it for someone else who's actually going to use it. Maybe remake it a little bit so it's not like looking exactly like Owen Clark, but I wouldn't, just so it doesn't go to waste, dude.
Makes sense.
I'm like, I still got like the material and stuff, so I could remake that any given time.
All right.
Besides, I kind of like the mullet. It reminded me of Joe Dirt. Literally, I was thinking of Joe Dirt when I was picking hairstyles.
It's your
Got
call, dude.
poo
It's
on me.
yours. It's yours. It's not Owen's call. You made it. It's yours.
And
Yeah.
on top of that, he doesn't consider it to be him. So fuck it.
there you go.
There you
At
go.
this point, it's anyone's game. Now, hopefully, to end this podcast on a positive note, because we've been like really down for like the past hour.
Yeah.
I want everybody to try and give one time, and I'm gonna call this Owen's funniest moments, like the point where everybody in any Discord would be laughing at him. What do you think was those times?
22 seconds.
I was literally about to say it.
You guys have 22 seconds to answer, but yes, that was
22
funny.
seconds.
Dude, I was
That's 22.
I was even like talking to him about it, and it was like oh, I promise I won't laugh, and I couldn't help. I couldn't fucking hold it in. It was too funny.
Hey, that 22 seconds, how is it? You like that 22 seconds?
Like, we joked about it for God knows how long.
Dude, you
funny.
remember
Oh,
you
I
remember
got
when
it.
I changed my Discord picture to Daro22?
Oh
was
no!
I think I have the funniest moment with him.
Yes.
Well, let's have
I
it.
gotta-
Walmart Virgil Snow.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, for
The
nobody who
worst
knows.
No.
thing I have ever seen.
Send me the picture.
Nothing.
Yeah, for nobody
got
who
you.
knows. In
Nothing
in
beats
the
him-
company
nothing
that we were
It's,
in
it's gonna
before.
be that picture. I know what it is. It's
I
gonna
know.
be a
Yep.
championship I made. I can see it.
Okay, so for everyone who doesn't know, the company that we were all in with Owen, he had a completely different car from what he is right now. And in all honesty, it's probably a bit of an improvement from what he is right now, but I'm not even going to go there.
Eh.
I think it was around like the 4th or 5th episode when we saw this character. It was like, hey, this guy kind of looks like a Walmart Virgil Snow. And that became basically a meme around the company until after we left.
And then he just kept it going to bury it into the ground.
Yeah,
Not
sad.
to mention, I made championships for said
We'll
company.
talk.
But that'll be on the next episode.
That's next
Yeah, episode 2, that'll happen. I think my favorite moment from Owen had to be the creation of Owen Who, because I had a hand in that, and I'm really proud of it. Because I'm trying to remember what really started it up. I think Owen was this was the early stages of Owen asking Daro for some promos, and I think one of us had said Owen Who, and I don't know why it got such a pop, but it did, to the point where like 90% of that day was filled with Owen Who jokes.
Yep. And he was fuming.
It was amazing.
I have an idea.
Which is
Get your Owen Clark shirts on Teespring right now.
Oh God, I was
we
actually,
gotta spell it differently.
dude. I was gonna make a T-shirt I was gonna make a T-shirt last night that said "Wash, rinse, repeat," and it was just gonna be a picture of all his calls.
oh my god.
I wanted to. I wanted to.
I'm putting the Owen 20. The Daro 22 logo on a shirt.
I want it.
Oh,
I would buy
man.
it.
You know what I
Put
just
that on
thought
your
of though?
Teesprings and I'll buy it.
You know what I just thought of though, and this makes me angry at myself. I just switched the E and the A in his name, so basically his name would be Owen Clerk.
Oh, wow.
Owen.
Oh,
Clerk.
wham.
Owen Clark.
Man, you know what?
That fits the mullet.
I think I got it. We're gonna put Owen Clerk and we're gonna put Danny Smoke in a tag team.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're gonna-
God.
Don't get me
Yeah.
started there, man.
Do not
That's-
get
we
us started
talked about some
on
of that.
Danny freaking Smoke.
that's a
The
whole
guy who
episode in
threat.
itself.
Hey, the guy. Hey.
That's an episode on itself.
That's a
I
different
know.
episode.
I
That's a
know.
different
I need to
episode.
be
We
on
gotta
that
edit.
episode. I need to be on that.
Of course. All right. So
Wait
for everybody-
till I get to that episode.
Oh my
Yep,
god.
yep,
Where
yep.
we talk about the R person.
Hey.
You know the one.
We are 1 hour,
Mason.
36 minutes, 45 seconds into this recording.
Jesus.
All
Okay.
right, I think we should wrap
Well,
this up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
We've
Um,
shit talked enough.
Yeah.
From
At least we
everybody
don't do it
from
in group
Equalist, it has been amazing to talk about this. I think we've all basically got it off of our chests. And Owen, just fix yourself up, dude. Like, please, or leave whenever.
I prefer leaving call.
I prefer
Would
the
probably
second
be
option.
best.
Marcus, thank
No,
you
it's
so
the
much
first
for
option.
joining
Screw
us.
that.
Always.
Marcus, again, thank you so much for joining us. It was a real pleasure.
It's a pleasure being here.
I can't wait to see what LEW has next. Since
LEW.
Owen is no longer on
Okay,
their
I'm
LEW.
still waiting on
Watch
that.
the program.
I am still waiting on that
Ultimania.
updated version of Marcus Vendetta.
Oh,
sent you
I
the
know.
Images.
I know, Woodard. Okay, I know.
Oh,
I
man.
know. Look,
One
I
of
All
the
right.
CDs.
look. I had to record Survival. That took like 3 weeks, dude.
Nah,
Jesus.
I get it. People are busy.
All right.
See, guys,
Well,
be more like me. Understanding. Don't be an Owen Clark.
Nah, this is Paul. We don't do understanding here.
Fuck.
Oh,
you.
yeah, that's
No,
right.
no. You gotta be toxic.
We don't know what we're doing.
You either gotta be toxic or
How
you gotta
dare
go
you-
out with a
How
Twitter
dare you
girl.
want to be? Shut up.
all right. I think we've had enough fun for one day. Everybody, thank you so
Enough
much
fun
for
allowed.
joining us on the first episode of the Equal Opportunity Podcast. This was a bit of a mess, but
Yeah.
hopefully in episode 2, we'll get our act together. We'll have like a basic time of when we're going to do this. But I hope everybody had fun. I hope you all enjoyed this little podcast / rant. And we
Owen,
will
if you're
see you all-
listening, bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Owen,
There we
if
go.
you're
We'll see you all on
listening,
episode 2,
remember,
whenever that
22
happens.
seconds.
See ya.
Later.
All right.
3,
It's-
4. Wait, I'm waiting for. It's gotta be even when I end it. Here it is. Ready? Bye.
All right.